Hi, science classes. Obviously, you know from the discussion we had yesterday where we're at. We were looking to do the day one stuff on Tuesday, get through day two stuff yesterday. Several groups did a nice job getting to the planning phase and actually are very close to the building phase. Not necessarily that every member of every group submitted an idea, but just kind of generally speaking that at least someone got an idea in or a couple people got an idea in, and you're able to share out some thoughts and try to get to that building phase. So we should, in many cases, be on the building phase today, hopefully. And so that would be what we're working on primarily here for the start of class, or as we're going through class today. And then the intention is to go ahead and do testing and do the analysis of it tomorrow. Now, I don't expect that the analysis will take a full 52 minutes. So if a little bit of the testing rolls into tomorrow, even though I have listed that the group assignment is due today, I expect that that would be okay. But I do need you to have a specific plan laid out. You need to actually get that approved, that teacher stamp of approval on your group assignment. You need to see what materials you're planning to use and how you're planning to set up your design. You know from previous experience, I don't necessarily, if time allows, have a problem with trying to find a specific solution, if you guys are familiar with Mythbusters, what they do on that show is they take a question and then let's say that they find out that it's a myth, so that the myth is busted. They find out that it's not a real thing. Then they still go along and try to do it. So one that stands out to me, they had where in cartoons, if you drop a piano on the roof of a building, it'll go crashing through the roof and into the building and through the second floor and onto the first floor. And so they did that. They've got a big crane and they dropped a piano on a roof and the piano bounced off the roof and went flying out into the yard. And so after they saw that this is not something that can actually happen, then they still went along and tried, dropping it from a higher height, loosening some beams in the roof. They made sure that they could actually get to that point where they did have the piano go through the building. So toward that end, might not have a chance to get to, where you can find the specifics today or tomorrow with trying to make sure we finish up the lab and get ready for Monday's quiz. Tuesday, we're looking at our final slow, so we definitely got to get those testing things in. But if there's a little bit of time maybe to come double back onto this lab and try to figure out that myth-proven part, we'll call it, afterwards next week, then we can discuss that sometime during class tomorrow, I would say. Probably not today. I want you to focus today. Try to be getting through your plan, set up your lab, so we can do the testing before class ends today or at the first part of class tomorrow, because the testing takes 20 minutes. So if you were to do it in the first part of class tomorrow, take the vlog out of things, you consider set up all of that. Take about half the period to do the testing, about 25 minutes in grand total, maybe a half an hour, and that'll leave you about 20 or 25 minutes to do your analysis, which I think would be perfectly fine. So that is the plan for today. We want to make sure everybody can get to the point where they are testing either second half of the class today or first half of the class tomorrow. And we do want to try to make sure we get through these labs so that you can actually have something to analyze for your analysis tomorrow. Remember, it is 2 grades, your group work grade, and then your grade for the part that you do individually. So you may want to make sure that you are focusing on both parts. If you have not yet requested access to your group's group document, I would start there today. Open your group document. If it's still got that little blue box at the top that says view only, click on that, click on request access, and I'll get those shared out. So that's going to be the key point that we want to start with today. So if you have not yet, go ahead and grab your Chromebooks. Let's make sure that everybody is attached to their team documents. Happy Thursday.